Should you build Indigo? Short answer, yes. Long answer, this entire video.
はじめまして、ドクター。インディゴ、いつでも行けます。
Aria, also known as Indigo, is a 4-star mystic caster from Iberia. A lighthouse keeper that met with operators Blue Poison and Glaucus in a mission. And she is now working as an operator in Rhodes Island. Indigo is the second mystic caster in the game after Iris. This type of caster is pretty unique. After 3 seconds, if there's no target to attack within their range, they will store 1 charge of attack. And when there's an enemy in their range, they will attack and unleash all of their charged attack, giving a massive damage to the enemy. And then for Indigo's general stats. Much like Iris, she has a big attack damage. But she has quite a long attack speed. And then for her talents. When attacking, she has some chance to bind her target for 4 seconds. And she will not target bind enemies, even if that bind is not coming from her ability. Bind is a really useful effect. But the chance for her bind is not really high. Especially since her attack speed is quite slow. But we can work this out with her skills that we will talk very soon. And also, this talent will make Indigo won't attack any bind enemies. I think it's a good talent for her. Since Indigo will focus other target to attack and bind. Or to wait for her to charge her attack, and then deal massive damage to the enemy. And then this is her potentials upgrade list. It's recommended you get a potential to upgrade her talent. She will really need that plus 2% binding chance. And then moving to her skills. Her first skill is very similar to Iris. She will change her attack range, and greatly reduce her attack interval. This skill will spam attack on enemies, or charge her attack, but she will reduce her attack damage when using this skill. And you need to consider the placement and time to activate this skill. Because it will change her range to a straight line. As for her second skill, she will reduce her attack interval, increase talent activation chance to 3 times in M3. And bind enemies within her range will receive additional arts damage for half a second. Thankfully this second skill works better for Indigo. She will reduce her attack interval and increase her talent activation. So she will constantly bind enemies, and also deals more damage with this skill. Not to mention enemies that are bind within her range, whether by Indigo or other operators, will receive additional arts damage. So having someone that can bind enemies like Ethan within her range is a very pro gamer move. Although the SP cost is quite high, but this is a good skill to use and master E3 if you wanted to use Indigo. As for her base skills, when assigned to the dormitory, she will increase 1 random operator morale recovery. If the target is blue poison, further increased the effect. Sounds like we got another simp in the base. And then when assigned to the power plant, increased drone recovery per hour. So, will Indigo become a good operator for your team? Although not a typical choice as a DPS unit. But Indigo is a decent crowd control caster, and is pretty fun to use. But to fully take advantage of her ability, you have to A-League to her first. Which will increase her binding chance even further. That should be all. Adios.